another Canadian has been arrested in Australia on drug charges. Now, this is the latest in a string of recent arrests involving Canadians in that country. This time, police say a Canadian man set up an elderly Australian couple to act as drug mules. Peter Hadfield is on the story in Sydney.
It was a website called OzScan. I suppose it should more appropriately have been called OzScam because it was targeted at elderly people, and an elderly couple in Perth in Western Australia were told they'd won an all-expenses trip to Canada for a week. A 72-year-old man and his 64-year-old wife went there. And one of the part of the deal was that they were given new luggage. Now, on the way back, the luggage was swapped. They didn't realize it had been swapped. And they came back to Australia, got very suspicious about this luggage and contacted the customs officials at the airport, who discovered 7.5 kilos of methamphetamine in there, worth about $7 million. And an arrest was made. A 38-year-old Canadian was arrested in regard to that.
Well, we've been talking a lot about Canadians arrested in Australia with drug connections. This drug syndicate has very much been in the news of late. Tell us more about that overall, Peter.
Yes, there's a lot of Canadians involved in this, it seems. We've had 8 arrests over the last 18 months. I spoke to you earlier this week, Heather, about 3 Canadians who were arrested, 2 men and 1 woman. It's an 18-month operation that's been going on for some time. And there are so many threads to this. The police have kept the whole thing secret for 18 months. They're only now coming out with a lot of the detail. So we're trying to piece the whole thing together now. But it does seem that there were a lot of methods of getting these methamphetamines into Australia. And it was certainly a Canadian ring that was at the heart of it. And I imagine we'll be getting more details coming out as the weeks go on.